What's up, everybody? I'm Ben Merck, aka the Manic Merc, and I am here today with Devin.
Chiriboga.
Chiriboga. He did that, so I didn't butcher it for him. We talked about that. So this is Devin, and he is on Team Reapout. And you just, well, why don't you tell them, what did you do yesterday?
I won the Sealed Vault Tour here at Gen Con.
That's amazing, right? Like, how did that feel?
It was awesome. It was definitely, I didn't expect to win when I was looking at my decks. I didn't expect it, so obviously completely surpassed my own expectations, which is always a great feeling.
That makes me really happy for you. So when you were looking at them, of the three decks, was there another one that you were like, this could be it? Did you have that kind of like, ooh, which one do I choose? Or was it the obvious standout of the decks you had?
So when I looked at the three, there was one of them that I just cut off immediately.
Done.
The other two were fairly similar. I don't remember, thinking about it right now, I don't remember the houses of the other one. The one that I ended up going with had 12 printed amber and 20 creatures. The other one was 19 creatures, I believe, and then it had like 9 printed amber or something. So they were fairly close. But I think what ended up making me go with the one that I did was the fact that it had 13 cards in it that just deal chip damage from hand.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
or stuff like Mother Gun, where like the artifacts and whatnot, but just a bunch of chip damage, so you're gaining board control without fighting and building a big board.
And I haven't played AOA as much, but I have come to understand that board is more essential. And so, and if you don't have a straight board clear, having a lot of that, I think Wasi says cheeky damage.
Yes,
as
exactly.
It is having that cheeky damage to throw out there. So that's good. So you get a little more control, and then you can do what you need to. The couple extra Ember on chits, always an essential helper there. So across your matchups, how did you do day one?
Day one, I went 5-1. I lost in round 4, and the game that I lost, I got completely obliterated. So he played a life forward, used it, played another life forward.
Oh!
With me playing a 20 creature deck.
Yeah,
I didn't discard my creatures because I wasn't expecting the second one.
Yeah.
So then he uses it again, and he plays the Researcher to archive it.
Oh.
So I got life forwarded 3 out of 4 turns right in the mid game.
That is brutal, especially with it being AOA. Like if you can't get meat on the board, you need to have a lot of ember chits.
Yes. So it was a good draw for him. It was a bad draw for me, but I think it was just also a much favorable matchup for him.
Yeah.
And I got annihilated.
That is a painful thing to have happen. Did any of the other matchups feel really close? Did you have some tight ones?
There was another one, and I think the only reason I won that game was because I Sneckliftered his Lash when he was at 0 keys.
That's so mean. Like I can if I have to, I have control, but you also no longer threaten me with that +3 Ember. That's a nice play, and getting Snecklifter is always good because artifact hate is not plentiful enough with how potent artifacts are in both sets.
I also had a Neutron Shark in there as well.
Oh, okay.
So I had the artifact steal and the artifact removal if I needed it.
That's really that is sounding more and more like a very well-rounded deck.
Yes.
Good creatures, good Ember on chits, good direct damage when necessary, and then having the artifact removal because there are some nasty ones out there right now. So one close, tight game that turned on an early play, very nice.
Yep.
One obliteration. The other games,
it's a good
medium.
Good mix. I think most of them were 3-1.
Okay.
There was another that was 3-2. He had a Grunt Buggy out. Okay. But I was able to get off a double Carpet Flotsam on an empty. I was able to empty my own board. Okay. And double Carpet Flotsam.
Okay. Can you? So I don't know all the AOA cards. And in case somebody else doesn't, what is
Carpet
that?
Flotsam. It's a Mars card. Gives you an amber when you play it.
Okay.
And it says if you have no creatures, you deal 4 damage to all creatures.
Oh, that's nice.
I had 2 of them, and so he was playing a Grunt Buggy deck.
So you had soft removal. You had not just like direct damage, but some nice soft removal, especially with Neutron Shark. You could clear your board. That sounds like a spicy deck. So is that something you think you could play at a local level?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Okay.
I don't think it has the amber control to go. I mean, it has a Nerve Blast. It has a Miasma. Was it a Nerve Blast? Yeah, Nerve Blast, Miasma.
But not enough. It's well rounded, especially for sealed, but not well enough rounded for competitive. And I've heard you're in the San Diego area, correct?
Yes.
I've heard from someone else that area is full of buzzsaws and great players.
Yeah. I mean, there's my local store, there's like 5, 6 of us that are just there all the time, and I don't 3-0 every chain bound. It is always a great experience.
That's amazing.
It's
I'm
always
jealous.
up in the air who's winning.
My buddy that came with me to this, we are our area's local in a 40-ish, 45-minute range.
Yep.
So I really think that's awesome. I'm glad TCO now has AOA, so
Yes,
everyone can get more live reps. I'm sure Reap Out, SAS are all excited about more testing and trials.
Yeah.
We'll learn a lot more about AOA. So now, a little bird did tell me that there was a rumor that you might not have even come to Gen Con, like that you might have been on the fence. Is that accurate?
I was, because coming from California, it's really freaking expensive.
It's an expensive ride.
I work 2 jobs, and I go to school full time.
Well, man, God bless your heart on that. That's freaking a ton.
It happened to line up perfectly because I took a class over summer, and so it happened to line up perfectly. Like, my class got out the week before Gen Con, and then I start my second job next week.
Okay, so let's get to know the real. What are the 2 gigs that you're doing?
I'm a math tutor on the local college campus, and then I just work at Costco.
Okay, very nice. No, you're working, you're putting in your time, you're
going
doing
to
your
school
grind,
more than anything.
and that's the most important. What are you going to school for?
I want to do actuary.
Okay.
Which is basically math. A lot of people don't know what it is. Long story short, it's math.
You're running all the large numbers and making all the big decisions when it comes to calculating risk and stratification. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, absolutely.
Very nice. Very cool.
Which
very
helps
cool.
in this kind of
you're
scenario.
So how good do you able to mentally wrangle the probabilities on your deck as you're playing it?
One of my friends hates playing against me because I can pretty much tell what's in his hand. Like, assume, because I know his deck. Granted.
Okay, yeah.
So I know his deck, and so there's times where I'm just like, I'm going to play around this card because it's in your hand, and he'll just throw it on the table from his hand.
He's like, I hate you, by the way, you stink, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what friends are for, right?
Yeah,
If we don't rib each other, it's not good.
And so, but it's cool to him to see, to try to understand how I can figure that out.
No, I think that's people. I am not a strong math brain. I'm a strong English and language, but you're very fluent. So it seems like you got both sides. So not quite fair because I can't do math for anything. But let's see. So we're getting ready to start. We are about 8 minutes out, so we're going to wrap this up in just a second. But do you have any words going into the Archon Vault Tour at Gen Con 2019?
Obviously, good luck to everybody who's playing. It would be great to see AOA get its hands on a
Final 8
on a non-sealed Vault Tour.
Yep.
Just to win it. Period. I think I'm not with everybody. I think everyone else says Call of the Archons is stronger.
Yeah.
I would say AOA is equivalent and quite possibly actually a little bit stronger.
Okay. Would you have agreed pre-nerf, pre the erratas?
Maybe I think they would be comparable at that point.
Okay.
I don't think bait and switch was actually as game breaking that everybody says.
It wasn't.
And what I was telling one of my friends is that the problem with library access wasn't library access itself, it was phase shift. And if you took Helper Bot, which is clearly a better card than phase shift.
Absolutely, you get a creature and a
but
phase
if you put Helper Bot into Call of the Archons and put phase shift into AOA, that lands combo wouldn't be as strong because you can't recur it unless you have a way to kill your Helper Bot.
That makes sense.
And so I think that little difference would have made a huge difference.
I can absolutely see that. And I'll tell this for the first time. I got to talk with Brad Anders because it had really been bothering me. Why not Alpha? Why Purge?
Sure.
And I needed an answer because my brain works like that. Just OCD right in the back. And it wasn't my favorite answer, but it was one that made sense, which is they wrestled with it, they talked about it, and they felt like there are situations it was advantageous to play something before library access, and that Purge put it more in alignment with Richard Garfield's original intent behind the card and how it would be played.
Sure.
And so for me, that makes sense. And honestly, who am I or anyone else to be like, Richard Garfield, can't you just change your original? Like, if Richard Garfield goes, of the options we have, this is the one.
Right.
And everybody else is kind of like, yeah, we get it too.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So it may not have been the answer a lot of us in the hardcore community wanted because there was a bit of a knee jerk at that time. it is the answer we got, and at least there's an answer for that. So I want to thank you so much for giving me the time to talk. Hopefully you do really well. We'll be doing this again tomorrow.
I'm playing Age of Ascension without shadows today. So
this
I don't know if it's gonna work.
But I'm interested
really
in the
hope it
experiment.
does.
This is going to be amazing. So tune in. We'll find out more how his record continues. All right, but
Probably
congratulations
not very
again on the
well,
win.
but we'll see. Thank you.
Thank you.